Those who want private space don't create drama. They don't create scandals. They just live. A simple moment becomes a global story, not because of its meaning but because of who he is. When Big Hit Entertainment issued a clarification, it wasn't just an answer. It was crisis management, it was narrative control, it was image protection. It was an industry mechanism. The clarification was reported by international media, including Soompi. Official facts replaced rumors. Data replaced assumptions. Clarification replaced speculation. But the digital world doesn't always move in line with facts, because stories are more interesting than clarifications. Behind all this, there's one big question. Who is Jin really? An idol? A public figure? A symbol? Or just a human being? Because the world often forgets that idols are humans forced to become symbols, humans forced to become concepts, humans imprisoned by image, humans living under public expectations. One photo can erase thousands of good deeds. One detail can outshine thousands of achievements. One moment can overshadow a long career, but Jin remains Jin. Not an object in a photo, not a rumor, not a narrative, not speculation. He is a person who sings, someone who entertains, someone who works hard, someone who stands on the world stage, someone who is a light to millions. And maybe it's not about the condom, it's not about the photo, it's not about the room, it's about how the world treats public figures, about how the internet judges without context, about how idols aren't given the space to be human. Because in the end, what really goes viral isn't the photo. It's not the object, it's not the issue, it's the human reaction to it. BTS's Jin doesn't create scandals, he doesn't create drama, he doesn't build controversy, he just posts photos. But the world creates the narrative. Because in the digital age, truth isn't what spreads the fastest. It's what's most sensational. And today, one small photo can outshine millions of achievements. One small detail can outshine thousands of works. One corner of a room can create a global storm. This is the modern world. This is the reality of being a public figure. This is the life of a global idol. Not just life on stage, but life in the eyes of millions. And Jin remains standing in the midst of that storm, silently, without defending himself, without drama, because sometimes silence is the strongest answer. If you believe that idol stories aren't just about sensation, but about the reality of people behind the scenes, if you believe that public figures deserve privacy, space, and a human side, if you want content that's not just viral but meaningful with stories and perspectives, then subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't just talk about idols, we talk about the people behind the big names. We talk about stories behind the spotlight. We talk about the reality behind the scenes. We talk about the side of things that isn't often shown. Like the video if you agree. Comment your opinion, I'd love to hear your perspective, and subscribe if you want to continue being a part of this story. Because on this channel we don't just cover news, but